my best race was either Monaco in '61, when I had the Ferraris behind me for 100 laps, or the Mille Miglia, which was a totally different sort of, on semi-closed roads. They weren't closed, but people kept off them, and 1,000 miles around Italy, averaging 100 miles an hour is quite exciting. Targa Florio was only, what was it, about 45 miles a lap, so I could learn it, but the Mille Miglia being 1,000 miles, there's no way I could learn the circuit, it just wasn't on. So therefore that in itself makes it quite a good challenge, because when you're racing on an ordinary circuit, even like the Targa Florio, I knew that, so I knew exactly where I want to be. You know, in other words, you start wide, you clip into the apex and then off. Whereas when you're racing on the road, you don't know. You have to drive quite differently, because whenever you go into a corner, you have to set the car up so that if suddenly the corner gets tighter, you can accommodate it. If it doesn't get tighter, then you can also give more power. But the problem with that is, of course, when you're in the Mille Miglia, you've got people lining the roads. And I mean, I don't say literally all 1,000 miles, but I mean really you do get a tremendous amount of the public as close as you are to me, or even closer. John Fitch, actually, I think, is the guy who had the idea. He went around making notes about the whole 1,000 miles, and we did the same thing, Jenks and I. We went round, I can't remember whether we did 4 or 5 laps, but one lap, remember, would take 2 days, going really hard, because you're talking 500 miles in a day in Europe or in Italy is as much as you can do in a day. And so to do one lap, it would be 2 days each week. So I'd race at the weekend, whatever, then go back to Milan or Modena, wherever I flew into, and then do do a complete lap of the circuit, then often do another race and then back to do that. So it was a fairly condensed time period. I was only one car to take. It's a Mercedes 300 SLR, the finest sports racing car in the world ever built. And I wish I'd got one in my pocket, you know. It was a fantastic car.